turn for the Yellow Jackets. As the Wolverines will kick this ball away. Eddie Bianco with the touchback in his last opportunity. Ball at the 35-yard line. Drive this one end over end. This will drift to the 6-yard line. Across the 10, 15 to the 20. Stutter steps 25, falls across to the 30-yard line. And, of course, that was flag on the return that time for the Yellow Jackets, where they will have the football at about the 32-yard line to start this drive, going left to right.
Cole DiFilippo down in kick coverage again, along with Justin DeMille, who's really, the Wolverines don't really have a, quote, special teams captain, but if they did, it would be Justin DeMille. He's really a real backbone of all the kick teams, and made a nice tackle there, and Waynesburg will have it at the 31.
Raines, two receivers in the formation. Running back next to him is Justin Flack, the junior. Completes the ball out to the 35-yard line and then driven back at the point of reception for just a 2-yard catch. That's Parker Kilgore who comes up and makes the tackle. He has a team-leading 38 on the year coming into today.
And, again, the sprint-out passing game, and just not much there. Waynesburg has not really looked to go deep. They have the Romantino who, as we see that left arm, it's in a cast because of a wrist injury. Really have not looked to take any shots deep yet with him. He had 266 yards against Case Western. He can be very productive, but he's been held in check so far.
Second down and 8 from the 33-yard line. Raines gives the ball to Flack, and Flack is going to be dropped after a very short gain to the 35-yard line.
James Perenni for that nose tackle spot, just scraping down the line, got his hands on him and brought him down. James Perenni, 6 feet 285, very good thrower for the track and field team. When you look at James, he is just he has that old man strength. He is just country strong. Out of Montauk High School, Hilliard's PA. Over there in Butler County, not far from Grove City. He just big, strong, raw bone. That's what they call him in the old days. And brought down the ball carrier. 3rd
and 6, Raines to throw. Fires downfield. Receiver makes the catch. That's Romantino on the reception. The freshman has the catch.
Nice route by Romantino. Knew where he had to get. Made sure he was past the lead stick. Raines with perhaps his best throw of the afternoon. And Waynesburg converts on third and, as you said, almost 7. If you're Waynesburg, you can't panic here. Yes, it's 24-0, but keep doing that. Keep having a nice methodical drive. A lot of football left in this one.
Raines on 1st and 10 from their 42-yard line. Nick Hall now in the backfield for the Yellow Jackets, wearing 24. Raines to throw. Again, the quick throw is going to be caught at the 45-yard line, and it's pretty much all been that quick timing passing game.
Yeah, and probably the guess for that would be is Waynesburg knows that the offensive line probably is not going to be able to hold up and allow Raines to have the 5-step drop, 7-step drop to be able to throw it 30, 40 yards downfield because of Grove City's strength up front and the pass rush from Fleming. So they know that quick passing, and hey, you know what? Quick pass, missed tackle, quick pass could turn into a long gain.
2nd down and 7. Raines fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it. Patrick Mark there after a short 1-yard gain with some help from Parker Kilgore to make the stop. It's 3rd down and long.
Patrick Mark rotating down from a safety spot, as they say, filling the alley, came down. And Raines thought, hey, I'm going to get out here. I'm going to have room to run. And there's Patrick Mark. He gets a hold of him. And then Parker Kilgore came in just to make sure that Raines didn't get away. Now another 3rd down for Waynesburg. Jackets converted on 3rd and 6 moments ago. Now 3rd and 5. I'd call that a long 5, almost 6 again.
3 receivers going to go out in the formation to the short side. Raines takes the snap, stands in the pocket, feels the pressure. He's going to be hit, and he's going to go down in the backfield. Another sack for this Wolverine defense, and some pushing and shoving and a flag at the end of the play.
And I think it's going to cost the Wolverines 15 yards. They get the second man a lot, and Raines was brought down by 4 guys in there. We saw Parenti, Spolnick in there amongst others. There was some pushing, and the flag came out after Nick Grabiak retaliated. So that'll be 15 yards and a first down for Waynesburg. So just after in the last drive, Waynesburg gave Grove City first down. Grove City returns the favor. And the ball, not only is it a first down, but it's now in Grove City territory at the 38-yard line.
So the penalty makes it 1st and 10. 6:38 clock rolling here in the second quarter. 24-0 Wolverines. Waynesburg 1st and 10 from the Grove City 38-yard line. Nick Hall remains the tailback on this drive for the Yellow Jackets. Single receivers to each side. Raines back to throw with time. Going to go downfield. That pass caught, and the receiver steps out of bounds. That's Romantino. And a big first down throw down to the 10-yard line.
Good route by Romantino. Able to get the corner, played him to the inside, cut to the outside. And it's going to be 1st and goal at the 10. That time, Grove City, only a 3-man rush, gave Raines the time he needed to be able to make that throw and complete that throw. Now, Waynesburg will send in a heavier offensive package. Grove City brings in an extra linebacker in Cole DiFilippo.
Justin Flack back in the backfield, full house backfield. They'll give the ball to Flack, and Flack is going to be able to drive down to about the 6-yard line before Parker Kilgore's there to pull him down.
Much like Grove City with the double fullbacks, they're deployed a little bit different, but same type of concept. What Grove City does in this, essentially it's almost a goal line defense, not totally, but they have DiFilippo in as an extra linebacker. Trevor Beck, who is a safety, he slides to corner. So it's really it's a 3-5-3, if you will.
Again, Raines with those 3 backs in the backfield with him, 1 on each side, and Flack, the tailback, a couple yards behind him. Raines to throw, looking into the corner, and the ball knocked away and incomplete. Fantastic coverage by the Wolverines downfield. Caffrey again there on the coverage.
Caffrey and Craig were battling. They were jockeying back and forth. Caffrey just got his head around enough and knocked it away. It is now 3rd and goal at the 6. If you're Waynesburg, interesting situation. Is this? Are you in a field goal situation if you don't score here? I'm sure a lot of it depend on where the ball is after 3rd down. But right now, 3rd and 6. Be a big win for the Wolverine defense to hold Waynesburg out of the end zone.
So 3rd down and 6. They'll bring the receiver in motion, fake it to him, and hold everything. We've got whistles that stop the play. And Grove City asked for and got a timeout before the snap of the football.
And let's take a 30-second break, Mark.
We'll take a break on the Wolverine Sports Network and be right back.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I was sensitive to lights and sounds, so I built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. Sometimes I do the same things over and over, until one day I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Big 3rd down coming up here for Waynesburg. So Grove City uses one of their timeouts. They've got a pair remaining here for the final 5:10 to go in the first half. Raines, the quarterback. Flack is the tailback to his right side with single receivers to each side. Raines looking again towards that corner, and it's too tall and incomplete. Looking for Dakota Romantino once again, and the freshman could not hold on the back of the end zone.
Good coverage from Gabe Dunlap. He undercut the receiver, and he used the end line as an extra defender. Would have been needed to be an absolute pinpoint pass. Instead, it's incomplete. Now 4th down, and Robbie comes out to attempt the field goal. Waynesburg looking to get on the board here with 5:06 to go in the half.
Sophomore kicker Robbie, 4 of 4 on the year. They'll spot this ball at the 13, make it a 23-yard kick, hash to the left side. Robbie's kick is all the way, and it is no good. So the Wolverine defense holds. They get the football back with 2 timeouts and 5:01 left to play in the half.
Nice job by the Wolverine defense to keep Waynesburg out of the end zone, and then the missed field goal, that's a bonus. So it remains 24-0 here with the 5:01 to go. Mark, I have a couple hellos to send out.
All right.
Kay Mitchell-Amy, our, of course, longtime athletic trainer. She is listening in today. Hello, Kay. Kay recently inducted into the Elizabeth Forward High School Hall of Fame, so congratulations to Kay. I believe that's all. Actually, you know what? That's all going this weekend. Recognized last night and tonight, so congrats to Kay. Also, John Gracer in Grove City. He is one of the proprietors of Northwestern Mutual, one of our Wolverine Game Day sponsors. So hello to John. He's watching it. He has it muted, listening to us.
Good. 1st and 10 for East and the Wolverines. Play action for East. Going to take the shot. Gustafson broke open. The throw was to the inside. He turned back and couldn't keep the feet in bounds at the 45-yard line. It's 2nd down and 10.
He needed another yard or so on the far side. It was a beautiful route, nicely thrown ball, but just drifted a little bit out of bounds. And again, Heckathorn was open going on the deep crossing route over the middle, and Frazier had gotten behind the defense also. Waynesburg overcommitting to stopping the run, and Grove City nearly hitting a big play in the passing game.
Gustafson and Heckathorn go to the right. Scott Frazier to the left. Nico Flatty, the freshman who scored his first touchdown of his Wolverine career on their last drive in the backfield. Play action with East. Completes the pass. Gustafson makes the catch, stays on his feet, and dives down to about the 29-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd down and short.
Gustafson on the comeback made the catch, made a couple of nice moves, then used that long frame to stretch out and get about an extra yard. You know, you say, well, it's 1 yard, but hey, 3rd and 1 is a lot different than 3rd and 2.
1 receiver to the right, 2 to the left. That's Heckathorn in the slot with Scott Frazier to his outside. Down to 4 minutes, 19 seconds to play here in the first half. 24-0 Wolverines. East going to hand it to Nico Flatty, and Nico's going to lose a little on that play and bring up now 4th down and a long 1.
Yeah, just no room at all. As the Waynesburg defense that time able to knife through. It was Lucas Donley, the defensive end, able to slice in and bring him down. So Grove City will send out the punt unit with 3:53 to go, and I'm sure there's probably a few saying, hey, go for it, go for it. Hey, you know what? Could you get 4th and a long 1 or 2? Yeah, but why take that chance? Play the field position game. Don't open the door for Waynesburg.
And we've got whistles.
Timeout. Waynesburg, their second charge timeout.
So seeing that Grove City was going to punt the football, they wanted to preserve some extra time and use one of their timeouts.
Well, that, but more importantly, Waynesburg had 12 guys out there, which is not permitted in the President's Athletic Conference. And so Waynesburg recognized it, takes the timeout. Now we'll get everybody set. But, hey, coming up at halftime, Mark, a lot to talk about in terms of Wolverine sports. It's been a somewhat busy week. Things will really ramp up again next week, but a lot to talk about, and including we're waiting on some tennis results. You understand the Grove City men's tennis team doing very well at the ITA regionals at University of Mary Washington down in Virginia. A couple of doubles championships. So a great weekend for tennis. Volleyball in action today. Soccer playing here at Waynesburg later tonight. We'll talk about that at the half.
Snap is away by C.J. Otwell. Kick high, spiraling kick. Makes the catch and pulled down in his tracks. That's Nick Grabiak there on the special teams coverage.
Grabiak coming downfield, bringing the return man down in the open field. Very nice play by Grabiak. And Waynesburg will take over at the 32-yard line after a very, very short run back.
So 1st and 10 for Waynesburg at their own 32-yard line. Waynesburg will have 1 timeout left up on the board and 3:32 to play in the half.
We'll get a couple PAC scores in after this play.
Raines takes the snap. Going to quickly go downfield. Receiver makes the catch down to the 35 before being driven back. Trenton Kearns, the senior, on the catch.
Around the PAC today, second quarter, Case Western leading at St. Vincent 14-0 as the Norfolk Southern Railroad charges past the Waynesburg sideline on the far side. And the other game ongoing right now, Carnegie Mellon at Bethany. Apparently they didn't plug in the computer. There's no live updates, so we'll look to get an update on that Later today, Westminster and Teal at 3 o'clock. W&J's at Geneva at 3. Tricky game today for the Presidents, who are ranked 13th in the country.
Rains to throw with time. Now pulls the ball down. He'll try and avoid a couple defenders and stumbles his way down to the 39-yard line, where it brings up a 3rd down and just about 2 for the Yellow Jackets.
Waynesburg was looking for the fake screen, throw it deep to Romantino, but it wasn't there. Grove City had it diagnosed well. Craig stopped. Rains pumped, and a lot of times if you get the defender to freeze, Romantino gets behind him. Wolverine's not fooled, and it will be 3rd, and they respot it back at the 39, so 3rd and 3 as we down to 2:20 to go in the half.
Rains, 3 receivers in the formation to the left side. As he's back to throw, looking that way, swings it to the flat, and the pass is incomplete at the 40, and will bring up 4th down and 3.
That was just an ugly-looking throw. And we see Rains going to the far sideline. He is like holding his arm, clutching at his right elbow over there, and his shoulder now. I don't know whether maybe he took a hit on the last run and then didn't realize it, but that throw was it was an ugly throw coming out, and you could tell right away that something was not right physically with him because, again, it was a short pass, and it didn't get there. So Waynesburg to punt.
Campbell's punt, end over end. Dunlap will run up on it across the 40, 45-50, cuts back 45 and down to the Waynesburg 44-yard line. Another fantastic return for Dunlap.
Talk about getting north-south. He caught it along the hash mark. Where'd they tackle him? On the hash mark. It was almost like he was running a ladder, and he takes the ball to the 41. Grove City, 1:52. Ample time, certainly. 2 timeouts. And with the ball at the Waynesburg 42, certainly field position in Grove City's favor also.
So 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Flatty, the running back. East, the quarterback. Gustafson and Heckathorn, your 2 receivers.
I think that Norfolk Southern train may extend all the way back down to Norfolk as long as this one is.
Yeah, this is a pretty long one. East to throw it on 1st down. Has time. Now he'll feel some pressure, and he's going to get sacked back near midfield as the pocket finally collapsed with good coverage downfield. It brings up 2nd and long.
Samuel Hamilton in there on the sack, and Grove City will lose 8 on the play. They were looking to take a deep shot, but Waynesburg had it covered well, and the pressure getting to East. Back to midfield.
Hamilton's team leading 3rd sack of the season for the freshman. 1 receiver to the right, trips now to the left side. East picks up the low snap, goes downfield. Cody Gustafson makes the catch. They got the sack yardage +1 back, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 9.
Gustafson was covered. Javion Smith was there all over him, but East put it in there, and tough catch from Gustafson. He's not just a deep threat. He can make that tough catch over the middle.
Now trips to the right, single receiver Frazier to the left. East takes the snap, looks that way, it goes underneath. Gustafson makes another catch, and he'll dive down to the 34-yard line. We'll spot him now at the 35-yard line with 40 seconds to go here in the half.
And they've been asking for the clock to stop for about 6 seconds. And so referee timeout. Okay, wind the clock. He wanted the clock to stop and nobody else did, but he's in charge.
East to throw it. Again, goes underneath. Gustafson makes the catch at the 30. Still on his feet and down to the 29-yard line.
Wolverines quickly going back to the line of scrimmage, still with the 2 timeouts.
East will take it and spike it with 21.2 seconds to go in the half.
So with the 2 timeouts, Grove City can, pretty much anything in the playbook is in play here. You can go over the middle with a pass. You could even slip it to Zach Trusky on a draw or something, something up the middle in the run game. But 2nd and 10.
Twins to each side. Nick Gustafson, Cody Gustafson, Ryan Heckathorn, Scott Frazier, the 4 wide receivers. Trusky in the backfield. East, 3-step drop, downfield. Frazier makes the catch and was unable to get out of bounds near the 16-yard line. but they'll stop the clock momentarily to move the chains. Now they'll wind it again, and East will spike the football with the 11.3 to go.
And again, still everything in the playbook is available here with those timeouts available.
Right back to the line. Again, Twins to each side. East has Trusky to his right. East to throw it. Going to fire downfield. Frazier makes the catch, and he's down to the 5-yard line and dove out of bounds.
Now they're going to say he was down in, so Grove City will take the timeout, but if he'd kept his feet, it would have been a walk-in touchdown. And they'll put an extra second and a half, so 7 seconds to go in the half. Grove City will have first and goal at the 6, and still one timeout remaining.
A beautifully executed drive by the Wolverines, now trying to turn that into points, knowing that they will also get the football to begin the third quarter. You always love to have that opportunity to put points on the board to end the half and know you're going to get the football to begin the third quarter. So Grove City using the timeout with 7 seconds to go. Knowing you've still got a couple of timeouts, it really gives you, again, the opportunity to whatever you'd like.
Yeah, now with one timeout, but the bigger issue is the 7 seconds. So whatever your play is here, can't be a play where East is back there waiting, because 7 seconds is a lot of time, but it's not that much time in terms of, if that makes sense. I know it sounds contradictory.
2 receivers to the right side. Frazier singled up to the left. Flatty is the tailback. Looking in the corner, and that ball was intercepted, stepped in front of Cody Gustafson. And Waynesburg comes up with the first interception of the season for the Yellow Jackets at the 1-yard line.
Brandon Tyson, the cornerback, able to jump in there and make the interception, and that stops the scoring threat. East threw it outside. Gustafson went inside. The cornerback able to jump in there and make the pick. Now Waynesburg has it at the 1 with 1 second to go, so the Jackets just have to stay out of the end zone. We'll go to the half at 24-0.
So everyone in tight with Taylor Raines, who's just going to keep the football. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half. Here at halftime is the Wolverines on the road for consecutive weeks. Now with a 24-0 lead over Waynesburg here at the half. We'll take a break here shortly, come back, recap the first half, look around Wolverine athletics, as it's been a lot of matchups between Grove City and Waynesburg here this week on the athletic calendar. We'll get to all of that. We're going to take a timeout on the Wolverine Sports Network, and we'll be right back after this.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies.
That's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? Oh, more ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better.
Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
This is the news. This morning, we are saluting the 2.2 million women who have joined in the war effort. They now make up 37% of the workforce, changing their role forever.
The prestigious Harvard Medical School is breaking ground today, opening its doors to new female applicants.
Today, little girls all over the world look to the sky, where the first woman is now in space.
Military stereotypes are challenged today with the trailblazing promotion of a U.S. female officer to 4-star general. It was just announced that the vast majority of last year's doctorate degrees were earned by women.
We've come so far, but our news is changing for the worse. More women die from heart disease and stroke than men, even though it can be prevented. Make a change at goredforwomen.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women.
Chris, can you put the video game controller down for a second?
I can talk and play. Oh, I'm totally annihilating this punk kid in Nebraska.
I just feel like you're not acting like a grown-up in our relationship.
Am too.
Well, you still ride your skateboard to work, there's the comic book collection, the race car bed.
Look, I'm young at heart, but I put money into my 401k every paycheck. I picked up a few savings tips at feedthepig.org. I have control over my financial life now, and that feels pretty grown up.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. For free ideas and easy tips on ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
So, I bet I look like a grown-up to you now.
Well, except for the footy pajamas, I'd have to agree.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Halftime continues here on the Wolverine Sports Network as they celebrate homecoming here this afternoon at Waynesburg. Grove City with a 24-0 lead here at the half as they announce the homecoming court. And we look at the first half where Grove City kind of seemed like they may have surprised the Yellow Jackets with as much of the throwing the football that they did to begin the game.
Yeah, coming out passing, getting the passing game going, and then using the pass to set up the run. And all in all, a good first half for the Wolverines. If you punch it in at the end of the half, it would be a great first half. But the interception on the next to last play of the first half, keeping it at 24-0. Grove City in the first half, Mark, with 262 yards of offense, averaging over 8 yards per play, outgaining Waynesburg 262 to 120. Josh East, 12 of 21 for 213 yards. Nico Flatty, 6 carries, 56 yards. And in the passing game, Cody Gustafson, 7 catches, 127 yards. Scott Frazier, 4 catches, 53 yards. And Ryan Heckathorn, a 33-yard catch. That hurts his average, by the way. He came in averaging about 36 per catch. But the Wolverines rolling on offense, and then the looking at the on the defensive side, Brandon Caffrey, the big interception early on in the game, and then Bryce Spolnick a sack, Ryan Fleming and Parker Kilgore combining for a sack too. So all in all, a lot to be excited about. Nick Morrow 4 for 4 on his kicks today, 3 extra points on a field goal. Good to see that. Good special teams all around. Cave Dunlap some good returns. So a lot to be happy about. A few things to address. A couple of penalties that you didn't like to see, but all in all, good first half here on the road.
Yeah, absolutely. You get the unfortunate turnover on a little bit of miscommunication at the end of the half that didn't give them an opportunity to put any more points up on the board. But as you said, all in all, have to be pleased with the performance. And the defensive coaches are going to be happy when you look up at halftime and there's a 0 up there in the opposition's point total.
Absolutely. And a big defensive stand, goal line stand earlier. Waynesburg ended up trying the field goal and not getting it. The Grove City defense, not a lot to quibble with there. 120 yards allowed. And as you said, no points. And, hey, that's the ultimate measure of a defense. You can talk about yards allowed and this and that and so forth, but what's the point total? 0. You can't get much better than that.
Right, that's what, in the end, you could give up 500 yards of total offense in the first half, but if you don't give up any points, you're going to feel pretty good about that no matter what.
Absolutely. They don't. They determine the standings based upon who scored more points and who had the fewest points. So that's how that's determined, and that's the ultimate barometer. And hey, when you don't allow a point, hard to lose.
So it is a 24-point lead for the Wolverines here at the half. We've got another break coming up here momentarily. When we come back, we will look around the Wolverine sports calendar. We'll do that after this break on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Guys, like having a place to live, eating food, wearing clothes, sending 639 texts a week on a shiny new phone? There's one thing that can help you get the money to do all of those things. It's called a job. If you're a guy turning 18, there's one important thing you need to do to make sure the job market is wide open for you. Register with the Selective Service System at sss.gov. Failing to register with Selective Service would mean you'd not only be breaking the law, you'd also be unable to apply for federal jobs, many state and municipal jobs, and all kinds of job training programs the government offers. So guys, take a minute and register with the Selective Service. You'll keep your job prospects open. Otherwise, how are you going to get the basketball shoes with full-length responsive cushioning and an outsole cutout for low-profile impact protection? Take that minute. Go to sss.gov and register with Selective Service and keep all your options open. Remember, it's quick, it's easy, it's the law.
What is that?
Oh, it's my time machine.
Does it work?
Sure, just hit this button.
Whoa, dinosaurs. Cool.
Or we can go here.
Hey, that's Napoleon.
Oui.
Or we can go to the future.
Wow, hey, you have this nice house. Do I have a nice house?
No, you didn't save any money, always spent it on vacations and stuff.
If only there was a way I could go back in time and correct that bad habit.
Yep.
Okay, the time machine is not real, but the saving thing is. Get in the habit of putting some of your money in savings each week through a 401k, savings account, or financial investments. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy tips on saving, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
What does this crazy little button do?
Wait, no!
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
I love being a part of the Action Team. It helps me help other people. It helps me feel good.
Being a part of the team always feels good. Go for it. Don't even hesitate.
For more than a decade, Major League Baseball players and action teams of high school students have been working together to train and inspire the next generation of volunteers.
Once you get there and realize how much you can change someone's life, it's one of the best feelings in the world.
Just that simple act that takes 5 or 10 minutes of your time is making a difference and is transforming someone else's life.
All-stars Giancarlo Stanton and Chris Capuano join action team captains to make a difference in their communities. And you can too.
Just try it. Just go to one event, one action team event.
If we all show up together, that's what it's all about. It's not just one person, it's a group, it's a team.
It's been incredibly rewarding for me. It'll just make you feel so good about yourself.
I'd do anything to convince you just to be a part of this.
For more information, go to actionteam.org.
Halftime show continues here from Waynesburg as the Wolverines hold a 24-point lead over the Yellow Jackets, leading 24-0. And we always say it's a busy week in athletics, maybe not as busy as you're used to, but still a lot going on.
Certainly a lot going on, Mark, as we look at the Wolverine sports calendar this week. Here today, tonight, should say, the soccer teams will be in action here at Waynesburg. Women play at 6, men play at 8. And Waynesburg will have the videos, so we have the links up at athletics.gcc.edu, so check those out. Wolverine men opened up PAC play Wednesday night at W&J. Big 2-0 win for the Wolverines down at W&J. So the Wolverines on the men's side are 1-0 in the PAC. The Grove City women's soccer team, they will look to even their record at 1-1 in the PAC. As they fell to W&J 1-0. A match that the Wolverines controlled, but just couldn't put it in the net. And that happens sometimes in soccer, but Grove City will look to bounce back tonight against Waynesburg. Interesting little sidebars with the Waynesburg soccer coaching staffs. The women's coach is George DiAugustino. He's in his first year. George played for the Grove City men's team, was a 4-year starter defender. If I may editorialize, he was one of my favorite guys that we had. So good to see George back in Western PA. He was an assistant coach out in Wisconsin the last few years. So he'll have his team ready tonight. And then the men's coach here at Waynesburg is Treg Lunger, who'd been Grove City's men's assistant coach the last few years. Coach Lunger, very good coach, great guy, and doing some nice things here at Waynesburg. And again, he knows the Wolverines very well. So Grove City, both teams will have their hands full tonight here, starting at 6 o'clock. The Grove City volleyball team in action today. They're playing a tri-match, are the Wolverines, out in Lancaster at Lancaster Bible. And the first match is in the books. Grove City defeating Widener 25-12, 25-18, 25-18. In that one, as Grove City improves to 11-5 overall. Robin Collier, 7 kills. Anna DeGraff with 7 kills. DeGraff also with 3 blocks. And Katie Kenline, freshman setter from Spokane, Washington, with 4 aces. And my box score disappeared on me. But anyway, good win for the Wolverines. They are playing Lancaster Bible. Scheduled at 3. Don't know if they'll start early or not for that one. But the Wolverines are 11-5, looking to get to 12-5. They are 5-1 in the PAC. They'll be at Chatham, who's also 5-1 in the league. That match Tuesday night in Pittsburgh. That's a very pivotal one in the PAC race, looking to keep pace with first place Westminster. Grove City cross-country teams last night hosted Teal and Westminster in a small 3-team invitational. Both teams emerging victorious. Nathan Warwick winning on the men's side. Lydia Bennett, the winner on the women's side. The men finished with 19 points. The women with 17. So great performances by the Harriers last night. And they return to action on October 16th at the Oberlin College Inter-Regional Rumble, one of the big meets in the eastern United States. Grove City will compete in that coming up 2 weeks from today. The women's tennis team, they had a busy week, but a very successful week. 3 matches on the road, 3 straight days, 3 wins. A win at Clarion on Monday. Clarion, a Division II program, 4-3 win for the Wolverines. Then on Tuesday, Grove City, they went further east, went to Williamsport, defeated Lycoming 8-1. And then the third match of the week here at Waynesburg, a 9-0 victory for Grove City on Wednesday. So the Wolverines, they are 6-2 overall. Rolling along in the PAC, and they are certainly going to be in the mix for the PAC title, battling with Franciscan and W&J and Westminster. That's going to be a real derby amongst those programs. Speaking of tennis, the Grove City men's tennis team in action down in Fredericksburg, Virginia at University of Mary Washington, the ITA Regionals. And the way they have the tournament set up, there are a number of different singles and doubles flights, and Grove City producing 2 doubles championship tandems today in B1. Karsten Lagerquist and Ryan Talco combining to win B1. And in B2, Jameson Spazzato and Michael Odry combining to win. So 2 big wins. Really, we'll have to check the records, but don't believe that Grove City has ever won a doubles title on the men's side at the ITA Regionals. So congratulations to those guys. And head coach Nate Horner, a good weekend, and we'll still some singles play ongoing and whatnot. So that tournament is, the way it's set up, it's a 3-day event. There's a lot of singles and doubles. I mean, it's if you love tennis, that's where you want to go. It's morning, afternoon, and night for 3 days, and we will have, of course, the full recap coming up probably Monday on at athletics.gcc.edu once everything sifts through. But congratulations to those guys. Big doubles championships in ITA regional play. Women's golf team in action at Westminster today, and they'll have the PAC championships coming up here, I believe, in about 2 weeks. They'll be over in your neck of the woods, over at the Squaw Creek near Warren, Ohio. So it's not too far from Mark's abode in Trumbull County.
Right.
So that'll be upcoming. The men's and women's golf teams both looking to contend for conference championships. 2 weeks from today, swim team gets underway at the Clarion Fall Classic. And also in 2 weeks, basketball teams start practicing. So a lot going on, and even more will get going on the Wolverine sports calendar.
Lots of things going on. As you said, going to get even busier here in the next couple of weeks with more programs getting themselves underway as they wrap up homecoming festivities here at Waynesburg. Just about 5 minutes before we get things back underway here for quarter number 3, when the Wolverines will get the football to begin the quarter. So we will have one final timeout set up for you. When we come back, we'll get you ready for third quarter action here on the Wolverine Sports Network. Grove City with a 24-0 lead over Waynesburg as we get ready to begin the third quarter in more moments. We'll be right back.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies.
That's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? Oh, more ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better.
Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
This is the news. This morning, we are saluting the 2.2 million women who have joined in the war effort, make up 37% of the workforce, changing their role forever.
The prestigious Harvard Medical School is breaking ground today, opening its doors to new female applicants.
Today, little girls all over the world look to the sky, where the first woman is now in space.
Military stereotypes are challenged today with the trailblazing promotion of a U.S. female officer to 4-star general. It was just announced that the vast majority of last year's doctorate degrees were earned by women.
We've come so far, but our news is changing for the worse. More women die from heart disease and stroke than men, even though it can be prevented. Make a change at goredforwomen.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women.
Chris, can you put the video game controller down for a second?
I can talk and play. Oh, I'm totally annihilating this punk kid in Nebraska.
I just feel like you're not acting like a grown-up in our relationship.
Am too.
Well, you still ride your skateboard to work, there's the comic book collection, the race car bed.
Look, I'm young at heart, but I put money into my 401k every paycheck. I picked up a few savings tips at feedthepig.org. I have control of my financial life now, and that feels pretty grown up.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1,000,000. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. For free ideas and easy tips on ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
So, I bet I look like a grown-up to you now.
Well, except for the footy pajamas, I'd have to agree.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Both teams back on the field going through their second half warm-ups. Just about a minute to go before we begin the third quarter. And a nice lead for the Wolverines here at the half of 24-0. And you like the balance that they were able to show in the first half.
Certainly using the pass to set up the run, the vertical passing game, and then some key conversions on third down. Cody Gustafson working underneath. If you're Grove City, you want to take this drive, do what you almost did but didn't do at the end of the first half. And that's punch it in. Take any sense of drama out of this game. Get up, even if you get a field goal, makes it a 4-score game. But go down, and if you're Waynesburg, you have to be a little, if you're thinking here, maybe try something like a pooch kick, an onside kick, something to try and generate some momentum. If you're Grove City, you have to be alert to that possibility here coming out to start the third quarter. Mark, I have an update for you elsewhere in the PAC. Case Western is at St. Vincent. St. Vincent celebrating homecoming today. 14-7 Bearcats, Case Western leading the Bearcats at the half. And the other game ongoing is Carnegie Mellon and Bethany. Let's see if we have an update. It still says no score. So they apparently they have to maybe put a quarter in the machine or something to get the score score update. We'll see if we can get something here off of. Okay, well it's a 33-0 Carnegie Mellon at the half. So tough day, tough year for Bethany. But third quarter about to get underway. Grove City to receive, and we'll hand the baton back to Mark Means for the second half play-by-play.
Wolverines going to drop back. Looks like that is Trusky and Dunlap to return the kick for the Wolverines, who will begin this third quarter going right to left. Got so used to saying radio dial for that, but it's so many different other devices and things that can be used now that you really can't even use that anymore.
Right, but it's still fun to say.
It is. Shows you a little bit of the old school.
Absolutely.
Way we used to do things.
You and I are both old school.
Some would say just sure.
Old, but
I felt like that this morning getting up.
And coming up these bleachers.
Yeah. Underway here, third quarter, short kick at the 13, across the 15, 20, 25, 30, still on his feet, 35 to the 40. and drives out to about the 42-yard line. And now the pile is still going. They haven't blown a whistle just yet, all the way out near the 50-yard line.
They'll give him about 5 or 6, like you said, Mark. I thought, about 42, 43-yard line, and then the pile just kept moving forward like this, just this ball of humanity. Next thing you know, the ball's at the 48, and Gabe Dunlap, another very basic but very effective return. Get it and go upfield, and it's first down at the 48-yard line. 42, hey, we'll take starting to drive the 42 anytime, but 48's even better.
So 1st and 10, Wolverines. Single receiver goes to the right, one to the left side. Now there's 2 tight to the formation to the left. Give the ball to the tailback. That's Nico Flatti across the 45 and dives down to the 44-yard line. Strong run on first down. Gain of close to 8.
Yep. Right up the gut, and Grove City with a couple of, a little bit of different formational look. With Ryan Heckathorn, he allows you to do some different things. You can flex out as a receiver, but you can also bring him in like a tight end. And he and Frazier tight to the formation as receivers.
Again, give the ball to Nico Flatti. Has a hole, avoids a tackle, and dives down to the 40-yard line. He'll have the first down plus 2. So the first down to begin the third quarter.
And again, with that formation, what allows you to do is when the ball's on the opposite hash mark, of course on the near hash, and now let's use to the other side. All that room on the far side with which to work.
So 1st and 10 from the 40. As Ryan said, ball on the near hash. 2 receivers tight to the formation to the right. Frazier, lone receiver, out to the left side. East going to throw it. Frazier turns around, makes the catch on a nice timing throw as he is pushed out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and you can see all those reps in practice there perfectly. Frazier turned on his route, and as he did, the ball was already in the air and on the way to him for the completion.
You can certainly see how much continuity, how much chemistry that Josh East has developed with Scott Frazier and Ryan Heckathorn, and even Nick Gustafson, too, who's the number 4 receiver. But for so many years, it was East with Cody Gustafson and Cameron Drake. They had that synchronicity, and now developing it at almost the same level with the young guys.
2nd down and 1. Give the ball to Parrish. Rumbles for the first down as he's down to about the 27-yard line. 2 hands wrapped around the football, and he picks up the first down.
Yeah, Clayton Parrish, all of a sudden you have the shifty Nico Flatti trying to catch him, and now all of a sudden here comes Clayton Parrish right at you with all the finesse of a punch to the jaw. And not a lot of fun to try and tackle him when he has a full head of steam.
Receivers go to each side. Parrish remains the running back. Both blocking back, both fullbacks, Tamburino and Mir in the backfield. Now they'll set this formation up strong to the right side with the fullbacks. Tamburino going to go in motion downfield. They'll pitch it to Parrish. Turns the corner, 25-20, and down near the 18-yard line. We haven't seen a lot of that option-type look, but a few times this afternoon.
And what we've seen even less of is the motion of the fullback Tamburino away from the formation like that, getting out onto the flank, and then the option to Parrish. And Parrish says, hey, I can run outside too. Heads upfield for 9 yards. He's comfortable out on the outside. He's more known and probably maybe a little better being between the tackles, but he's certainly not he's not out of his element outside the numbers.
2nd down and 1, 12:40 to play, third quarter. East takes the snap, gives it to Parrish. Parrish has the first down. I do believe they may spot him just a bit shy. It looked like he initially got the surge to pick it up, but he might be just a little bit short.
Yeah, that spot is, I thought he had it easily, but instead he'll be marked short. And Grove City will keep that offensive package out there.
Single receiver in this formation is Cody Gustafson. Fullback goes in motion. Give it to Parrish. Parrish dives forward, and again, he's going to be close to that first down marker. I'm going to say no, it's 4th down.
Wow.
It's about a length of the football shy of this first down. Grove City will substitute, so that will give Waynesburg an opportunity to do the same. He's just going to go up under center, and he'll follow Brungard up the middle. and that looks to be good enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you have Brungard and LaPrey and Brady in there as your interior three, it's about 900 pounds of guys, and they are strong. They are bulls. They like to push people out of the way, and that's what they do. And for Josh East, get behind him, and then he's getting a little bit of an extra push there from Tamburino, and able to surge forward to the 11, or the 16, excuse me.
3 receivers in this formation. It's Gustafson to the right. East going to go that way. Gustafson makes the catch, try to make the defender miss, who came up with a tackle to hold Cody to a short gain.
Tried to make a move that he made earlier that got him several extra yards that time, unable to do so as the cornerback out there. That was Tyson, able to wrap him up.
Back to the line on 2nd down and 7 from the 13-yard line. Give the ball to Nico Flatti, running right up the middle, gets inside the 10 and down to the 9-yard line. So he'll pick up 4, brings up 3rd down and 3.
This will be the 11th play of the drive upcoming. Started at the 48 after Dunlap's nice kick return.
Cody Gustafson to the right. Scott Frazier, Ryan Heckathorn to the left. Flatti remains the tailback. East takes the snap from Brungard, gives the ball to Nico Flatti, who's hit right at the line of scrimmage. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Looks like no hesitation, and the offense will stay out on the field on 4th down and 2. Play clock down to 12 seconds as they check with the near sidelines. Now turn back to the field. East takes the snap, looks for his receiver. That's Frazier, who makes the catch, fighting towards the goal line, but he'll have the first down around the 3, and it's 1st and goal, Wolverines. Frazier really continuing to grow and getting separation in the short areas of the field.
Yeah, he's very comfortable in those tight spots like that. He has some basketball in his background, and that's kind of like a basketball situation, being in the post, you're battling for a rebound, or in this case, you're battling for a catch. And as you said, really growing comfortable in those, I think the term du jour is combat catches, and that's what that was.
So 1st and goal, Wolverines from the 3. Leading 24-0 as we go under 8 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Give it to Parrish. Parrish rumbling his way into the end zone for another Wolverine touchdown.
Parrish off the left side following Jared Kraut and the left guard Nathan Brady into the end zone for the touchdown. Parrish, that's 10 this year. 10th touchdown of the season. Take off our shoes to start counting the next one, Mark. But Clayton Parrish, he's the short yardage guy. Slams it in there, and Wolverines extend the lead. An impressive opening drive to start the 3rd quarter.
Morrow on for the extra point. Snap a good one. C.J. Otwell kick up, hits the
flagpole.
Hit the flagpole. It splits the uprights, and good.
That's right. That flagpole pretty much cuts the goalpost. I mean, Nick put that one right down the middle, and it bounced off the flagpole down there off the end zone. 31-0. That drive marked 13 plays, 52 yards, and it was the first drive of the second half, so it used 7 minutes, 13 seconds.
You love a drive that not only is capped off with a touchdown like that, but a time-consuming drive as well for the Wolverines that not only expands the lead, but does the important thing, takes significant time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter.
Certainly, yeah. You have a long physical drive, punch it in, and also use up half the 3rd quarter. I mean, it's that's how do you protect the lead? You add to it. You don't let the other team have the ball.
So they will send 2 returners back deep. As Eddie Bianco will kick this one away. End over end kick. Frazier at the 9. Across the 25, seam across the 30, and dives down to the 39-yard line before being tackled. Looked like the Nicholas Crisp, number 51, on the tackle.
Yeah, freshman linebacker from Elk County Catholic in Elk County, interestingly enough, but up in the north central part of the state, able to come out and getting himself onto the kick team and making a nice open field tackle to prevent a good return from turning into a great return.
So 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. So they will begin at their 39-yard line. Going to hand the football off on the first play as the backup quarterback, Josh Gibbons, is now in there for the Yellow Jackets. 5'9", 160 out of Salzburg, Pennsylvania.
We have a stoppage as one of the Waynesburg guys lost his helmet. That was McVicker, the fullback or H-back. He'll check out for a play. So Gibbons now in at quarterback, or should say Gibbons out of Salzburg. As you said, Salzburg actually, that school no longer exists. Merged with Blairsville. They call it now River Valley.
Wow.
Down in Indiana County. Which I guess would be up from here. It's kind of northeast of us here, but we'll save the geography for later.
Trips to the left. Gibbons has the tailback Flack with him. Who'll get the handoff, bounces across the 45, 50, 45, and down near the 42-yard line before Parker Kilgore there to make the stop.
Yeah, no outside contain that time. Flack getting outside, outflanked the defense, and gets a nice gain to the Grove City 43-yard line. And it's a pickup of, let's see, that play would be, where'd it go? 15 yards.
So 1st and 10 for Gibbons and the Yellow Jackets. Now in Wolverine territory at the 43-yard line. Trips left, running back to the left of the quarterback, Josh Gibbons. Looks to throw now, pumps, pulls the ball down. He'll run, bouncing it to the outside, being pulled down from behind at the 38-yard line.
Nice job by Gibbons. Didn't have his initial read, and instead of trying to force something, headed upfield and picks up 5 to the 38. So nice gain. Waynesburg winning on first down.
It seems like he may be a little bit more of a runner than Taylor Raines.
Yeah, it certainly gives Waynesburg a little bit more of a different element. Not that Raines was was immobile or anything, but Gibbons is certainly a more mobile quarterback.
2nd down and 5. Wolverines showing some pressure. They'll hand the football off. That's the backup running back, Nick Hall. And Hall's going to be pulled down right near the line of scrimmage and bring up 3rd down and long.
The last time Waynesburg tried one of those runs to the outside, that outside zone play, Wolverines did not have contain. That time, Graybeck was there, forced it inside, and then made the tackle for no gain.
So 3rd down and 5. 5:15 to play, 3rd quarter, 31-0.
Waynesburg 2 of 7 on 3rd down today. Grove City's 1 of 6, but 3 for 3 on 4th down.
2 receivers to the left, wing to the left side. Quarterback looking that way. Now he'll decide to tuck it up and run. Spun off a tackle and twist his way down to the 31-yard line. And that's another Waynesburg 1st down.
And there's a Grove City player down, I believe it's Curtis Fryermuth, who he's the one that Gibbons bounced off of. And Fryermuth is grabbing at his left shoulder, left pectoral. So Cole DiFilippo will check in to replace Fryermuth. And, just the way Gibbons hit him, and Fryermuth went there to make the tackle. Curtis, a very sure tackler, but not sure if he just was in an awkward position or what happened. He's being escorted off by head trainer Rick Hawk, and they'll check him out. But Fryermuth, it was certainly unusual to see him not make that tackle, and he'll be checked out on the near sideline.
1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Gibbons has 2 receivers to his left, running back to his left. Going to motion that way, toss the ball to the tailback. That's Nick Hall, and a flag comes in as Hall is pushed out of bounds near the 30-yard line.
Flag thrown by the umpire at the end of the play, right where there was a block being thrown on the perimeter. And it's going to be a hold on the receiver out there, as Kearns called for the hold, but that time the Wolverines had him outnumbered out there. Mark filling from the safety spot. Kearns trying to keep the cornerback, Caffrey, from getting in there. Wolverines had that option play well diagnosed, and it's a 10-yard penalty, 10 from the spot, which was upfield a bit, so it's 1st and 19 at the 40.
4:20 to play here in the fast-moving 3rd quarter. 1st and 20 from the 40. Waynesburg will flip this formation, send 2 receivers to the right. Running back is to the right of the quarterback, Gibbons, who flips it to Flack, who avoids the first line of defenders and gets down to the 36-yard line.
In effect, like a run play, almost like a delay or like a delay counter. Instead, it was a shovel pass forward. And Flack able to find a little crease to get a few yards, but kind of an unusual play design there. Grove City did not over-pursue, and thus Flack held to 3.
Second down and 15. 3.5 minutes to play in this quarter. From the 36-yard line, again, 2 receivers to the right. Running back now lines up behind Josh Gibbons, the sophomore quarterback, who hands it off to the tailback, who's across the 35 and down to the 33-yard line. That's Justin Flack on the carry, the junior, and brings up third down and about 12.
And DiFilippo had a shot at him at the backfield. Flack, elusive, able to get away from him and turn a short loss into a modest gain. But as you said, Mark, 3rd and 12. We're under 3 minutes to go in the third.
Romantino checks in. McVicker will go to the far sidelines for the Yellow Jackets. 3 receivers set up in a bunch formation to the right of the quarterback, Josh Gibbons. Flack, the tailback, also to his right side. Gibbons back to throw, stands in the pocket, going to take the shot downfield and overshoots his receiver. Closest player to the football was Gabe Dunlap, but it's 4th down. And
the receiver, the inside receiver, the intended receiver in that play, Kearns, was the inside man of the 3. He went out. Romantino went on the post pattern, and then the outside receiver came underneath him on the crossing route. That was Craig. So try to get 2 guys going left, 1 guy going to the outside, looking to have somebody pop open, but Dunlap was there, and the pass, as you said, Dunlap was the nearest man to it. He might have been in the same zip code.
On 4th down and 12, Waynesburg keeps the offense on the field. And it'll be a quick kick from Gibbons, the quarterback. And this is going to roll quite effectively for Waynesburg all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Didn't see that coming.
No.
So we'll put that on the bingo card, or get your dauber out for quick kick.
I've seen a lot of different looks this year, especially in situations like that, but haven't seen a quick kick in a while.
No, we have not. I know several years ago, Geneva, who we'll see next week for homecoming, they did it a lot when they had, I believe it was when, I have to go back, I think it may have been when Rocco Colavecchia was the quarterback or would quarterback some for them. They would quick kick quite a bit. They would even do it on 3rd down sometimes, but here, Wolverines coming out from their own goal line at the 1.
East goes under center. He's just going to keep it, follow Brungard up the middle, and drive close to the 5-yard line for a good gain to get out of the shadow of the own end zone.
A 3-yard gain is never a bad thing on 1st and 10, especially when you're starting on your own 1, and just a very safe play call. East comes up underneath Brungard. I'm sure he probably just taps him on the on the backside, says, "Hey, snap it, let's go." And now 2nd and 7 coming out from the goal line. Heavy package in there with Muir as an extra fullback. Parrish as the running back, but don't forget Frazier and Gustafson on the outside.
2nd down and 7. East's going to throw it from his own end zone. Frazier makes the catch across the 20, 25, pulled down near the 30, maybe the 31-yard line. And you said it, just because the big package is in there doesn't mean they can't throw the football.
And just a quick slant. Moeller in the coverage, and Frazier inside position on him, made the catch. And the catch and run out to the 32, a gain of 28 yards for Scott Frazier.
Seen a lot more tempo by the Wolverines here in this second half as well.
Frazier now 6 catches for 68 yards today.
East will toss that ball back to Nico Flotti. Made the first man miss, but then it's pulled down by Lucas Donnelly, the junior from St. Clairsville, Ohio. So give him a gain of 1, brings him 2nd down and 9 with a minute to play.
I stand corrected. That was Frazier's 7th catch for 96 yards today. The computer stats were a little bit tardy, and I left the abacus back in Grove City.
Again, having just an amazing first half of the season. East to throw it on play action, feeling some pressure as he fades back, looks for Heckathorn, who has the ball knocked away and incomplete. Bring up 3rd down and 9.
Good coverage by Javion Smith, the nickel back out there, and he gave Heckathorn no breathing room at all. But it's really been fun to see the growth in Heckathorn Frazier and Nick Gustafson, who will check in on this 3rd and 9. Their growth, even from opening week or week 2 when we saw them against Bethany to now, it's just been leaps and bounds.
Waynesburg going to get a defensive lineman hustling off the field at full speed. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left side. It's 3rd down and 9 with 40 seconds to go in the quarter. East going to take the shot, and that one hit the defender in the back. That was a Jonathan Ruffing, the junior, and the incompletion brings up 4th down.
Trying to force that one to Cody Gustafson, and fortunate for East that Ruffing, he was facing the other way. If he's facing forward, it would have hit him right in the breadbasket. Instead, as you said, hit him square between the 3 and the 1 on his back. 4th down, and Custer will punt here late in the 3rd quarter.
Single returner back deep for the Yellow Jackets. That's Nick Hall, the senior running back. Custer's kick high, spiraling. He'll call for the fair catch and hold on at the 25-yard line does Nick Hall. And that was one of those just spiraling punts that he had trouble focusing on as it came down into the field of play.
Yeah, just high, plenty of hang time on it. Just, I mean, if you want to say what's a pretty punt look like, that was it right there. And Jared Custer having a very nice season. Of course, Grove City's had a nice run of punters over the years. You think back, of course, Caleb Brake the last handful of years. Cosida Academic All-American last spring, Anthony Marnegian before that, and Jared Custer picking up where they left off.
So it is 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets from the 26-yard line. 28 seconds left in this quarter. Gibbons checks with the sidelines. Play clock now down under 10 seconds. Turns the ball over, fires it out quickly. Receiver makes the catch and is dropped in his tracks at the 30-yard line. Is Dakota Romatino, the freshman wide receiver. And we'll see if Waynesburg elects to snap it with now under 13 seconds to go in this quarter. And they are going to be content to let this quarter clock run out. So after 3 quarters, it is Grove City 31, Waynesburg nothing. Back with the final quarter here on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Hey, there he is. How's it going?
I'm having a stroke.
Are you going to shake my hand or what?
I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke.
Are you okay?
I'm having a stroke.
Your face looks weird, too.
I'm having a stroke.
Are you having a seizure or something?
I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear.
I'm having a stroke.
You just need to know the sudden signs. Look for FAST, F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. Or S, speech difficulty. Then T, time. Time to call 911 immediately, because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Know the sudden signs. Face, arm, speech, time. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
2nd and 6 coming up as we begin the 4th quarter. Waynesburg now right to left, facing a 2nd down and 6 from their own 31-yard line. Gibbons hands the ball off to his tailback. That's Justin Flack, who had checked back in. And it's going to bring up now a 3rd down and just about 3 to go. Parenti and Kilgore combining on the stop, so it's 3rd and 3.
Parenti will come off on this 3rd down play. A little bit of a hitch in his step. Kobe Bonanno will check back in. Grove City outgaining Waynesburg 346-156 through 3 quarters.
Gibbons going to work out of the pistol with the single back behind him. Turns, gives the ball to Fleck, who gets to the 35-yard line and then is driven back. So it'll be 4th down and 1 for the Yellow Jackets.
Parker Kilgore made sure he did not get to that lead marker. He had a lot of momentum coming forward, and Parker Kilgore stopped that momentum, hit him right in the hole, and drove him back. So now 4th and a yard at the 35, and the offense stays out there for Waynesburg.
Keep an eye on Gibbons, who goes under center. They'll just try and push the pile forward. And we'll have to see. The initial surge looked close, and then the pile was pushed back.
Well, the line judge coming in from the near side at the 39, the 36, which would be enough, but that's, let's see. Yeah, they're going to give it to him. That's probably a generous spot, I think, Mark, but it'll be first down for Waynesburg.
So the drive continues, just underway here in the fourth quarter from the Waynesburg 36-yard line.
10th first down of the game for Waynesburg University.
Josh Gibbons has been at the quarterback spot for Taylor Raines here in the second half after Raines looked to injure the shoulder at the end of the second quarter. Give the ball to Flack. Bounced off one tackle and then thrown down after about a 1.5 yard gain. A nice form, fundamental wrap-up tackle of the running back in midfield.
Parker Kilgore flying through from that linebacker spot. He plays fast, but not too fast. The right guy at the right time. Hit Flack, who was hit momentarily by R.J. Debo. That slowed him up, and then Kilgore finished him off. Short gain. They'll give him 2 for the 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. They'll now go with 3 receivers to the right side of the formation. A running back, Justin Fleck, now to the right of the quarterback, Josh Gibbons. Gibbons going to roll to that strong side. Eyes downfield, fires downfield on the pass caught for a first down into Grove City territory near the 47-yard line.
Roman Tino on the out, just a flood pattern. Quarterback rolls right, the 3 receivers there, 1 deep, 1 intermediate. That was Roman Tino, and then 1 short. And Gibbons hit the open man in the middle. And it's a first down in Grove City territory to the 47.
12:15 to play, fourth quarter. Grove City 31, Waynesburg 0. Waynesburg into Grove City territory. Receivers to each side. Gibbons takes the snap, hands the ball to Fleck, following his blockers. And Fleck will drive down to the 39-yard line, pick up close to 8 on first down.
Nice little run there. Found the crease and gets to the 39. Now, Flack is slow to get up. He's in a prone position right now.
Yeah, started to get up and then stayed down on the field, and now the training staff there to kind of turn him over onto his back now at the 40-yard line. Couldn't quite tell what the issue was as they unpiled. He started to get up and then decided, maybe I'll stay here for a moment.
Yeah, don't know if he may have landed on the football or something or what the case is. He's being checked out. Update in the PAC. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. St. Vincent has pulled ahead of Case Western 21-14.
That's a bit of a surprise.
It is, yes. So the Bearcats on homecoming. They won their opener against Bluffton and then took it on the chin against Geneva. Nice win last Saturday night at Teal. Now Flack's going to be helped off, and he's walking very gingerly. So it's been a tough day for Waynesburg. And then the starting quarterback, Raines, gets hurt, and now Flack, all PAC running back, will have to be helped off by a couple of his teammates here with 11:45 to go in the fourth quarter.
That'll bring Nick Hall, the number 2 running back in the depth chart for the Yellow Jackets, onto the field.
Hall from Bell Vernon. The Leopards having a very nice season this year. Big win over Thomas Jefferson a couple of weeks ago.
Second down and 2. Gibbons to throw, swings it out. Receiver makes the catch, and Patrick Mark will pull him out of bounds at the 34-yard line for a Waynesburg first down.
Roman Tino on the catch, the quick out, and some safe throws for Gibbons. It's his first extended action. And head coach Chris Smithley, doing some things, not exposing his young quarterback, putting him in positions where he can, simple reads, easy throws, not having to try and do too much.
So first and 10 at the Grove City 34-yard line, under 11 minutes to play in this game. Gibbons fakes it. He's going to keep it, try to get to the outside, and several Wolverines there at the 30-yard line to make the stop.
Brandon Caffrey, the cornerback, stayed home. Was able to get the first hit on him, and Gibbons able to pick up an extra yard or so to the 30. Actually, give him 4, I should say, to the 30.
Second down and 6 from that 30-yard line.
So Raines do it early. The 18-yard carry early on the bootleg. But Grove City, after that, has kept the clamps on the quarterback run game.
Gibbons and Hall in the backfield. Fake it to Hall. Gibbons rolls right. Now pressure. Now hit. Now dropped by Patrick Mark. Back near the original line of scrimmage.
Patrick Mark coming out of nowhere. We talked about him in the run game, coming down, filling the alley. That's what he did there, but he would be credited with a sack, his second of the season, as he buries the quarterback for a 4-yard loss.
So 3rd down and 10, back to the 34-yard line. They will move all 3 receivers now to the left side of the formation. On 3rd down and 10 from the Grove City 34-yard line. Running back Nick Hall now to the left of Gibbons, who rolls that way. Try to step into the throw, and he is going to be hit and sacked back at the 35-yard line. That's Parker Kilgore coming up to make the play defensively to bring up 4th down.
Back-to-back sacks by the Wolverine defense. Grove City came in leading the President's Athletic Conference in sacks, and they've added 2 to that leading total here on successive plays. They were looking, I believe that they were looking to get it to Kearns on the quick out, but Patrick Mark was right there. The deep receiver double covered, nowhere to go with the throw. It's 4th and 11.
So under 9 minutes to play here in this 4th quarter. A 31-0 lead for the Wolverines. Waynesburg will play on 4th down and 10. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Gibbons, 3-step drop, has time. Goes downfield, and the pass is going to be incomplete at the 8-yard line. Patrick Mark Dunlap there as well in coverage for the Wolverines that will take over on downs.
Gabe Dunlap, nice job to get the hand in there and knock it away. Roman Tito had it for a moment, but Dunlap able to get the hand in there and knock it away, and the Wolverines forced the turnover on downs with 8:38 to go. Mark, Case Western has tied up St. Vincent 21 all late in the 3rd.
Have to follow that one as it finishes up in a close game.
The way we're moving, we might be able to catch a little bit on the or listen to our buddy Randy Gore on the radio call on the way home.
Sounds like a good plan. So 1st and 10 for the Wolverines at their own 35-yard line. Parrish, the running back, East, the quarterback. Single receivers each side. East going to throw it. Goes downfield. Receiver makes the catch. Turns upfield. Frazier still on his feet into Waynesburg territory at the 48-yard line. Big afternoon continues for the sophomore receiver, Scott Frazier.
Yeah, Scott Frazier, that's his 8th grab of the day, puts him well over 100 yards now on the day. Give him 16 more, so 112, 8 catches for him. So Gustafson, 8 for 130. Frazier, 8 for 112 today.
Nico Flotti checks in at the tailback spot. Heckathorn checks in, slot receiver to the right side. Going to run the option, toss it to Flotti, turns the corner 50, 45, on his feet across the 40 and down near the 35-yard line. Nice stutter step to let the defender go by and picked up about 6 extra yards.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to be brought down for a good gain, but then still, as you said, the stutter step, the defender just went zooming past him, and it was that quick start, stop, start again, and to get some additional yardage to the 36-yard line. Flatty closing in on 100 yards today, 12 carries, 86 yards today.
East on the play action, going to take a shot downfield for Cody Gustafson, and incomplete in the end zone. Will bring up 2nd down and 10.
Good recovery by Muller, the quarterback, or the cornerback. Gustafson was open, but Muller able to get there and get a hand on it to knock it away to make it 2nd down.
7:28 to play, 4th quarter. 31-0 Wolverines with the football. Heckathorn, Cody Gustafson to the right side. Scott Frazier off to the left. Send the fullback in motion. Going to give the ball to Nico Flotti, who drives across the 30 and dives down to the 29-yard line. Strong run by the freshman. Going to bring up 3rd down and just about 3 to go.
His last 2 runs have demonstrated his skill set. We had the get to the outside, the start, stop, start. Again, that time just straight, hit the hole, physical run. And he picks up 6 to the 29. So actually give him 7. So 93 yards now for Flatty.
East downfield. Cody Gustafson makes the catch, spins forward and gets down to the 25-yard line, and they pile up at the 25-yard line.
Ball was knocked loose. The cornerback on the near side, Luke Menges, a safety, he knocked it loose, but the Wolverines recovered. Might have been Brady Brungard hustling downfield to get the recovery at the 24. Gustafson was in a little bit of an awkward position where his legs were kind of twisted around and really didn't have anywhere to go. He's being held up and the ball knocked out, but the Wolverines keep it.
1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. East gives the ball to Nico Flotty, running between the tackles. And he was still up on his feet, and they blew the play dead.
Yeah, looked like a little bit of a quick whistle there, but by the same token, with what the score is, here 6 minutes to go, fourth quarter, officials also, want to think, hey, let's not let anything, anything perhaps, boil over or bubble over.
East to throw. On the end to Frazier, makes the catch inside the 10 and down near the 7-yard line. It's 1st and goal for the Wolverines.
Frazier's 9th catch of the night or afternoon. So
you can see that basketball experience when he runs those ins because he basically just boxes out the DB and they have no chance to make a play on the ball.
He looks like a cutter. I'm sounding like your home game partner, Chris Birch. It looks like he's coming like from the cutting from the elbow, the high post to the block on the far side, flashing open. Give me the ball.
2 receivers to the left side. Nico Flotty remains the tailback, now moves to the left side of East, works out of the pistol. Fake to Flotty. Looking for the look. Had 2 receivers in the area. Didn't know if he was going to go for Gustafson or Heckerthorn, and either way, the ball was too high and incomplete.
Yeah, Heckerthorn ended up being double covered. Gustafson coming underneath. That brought the defender in there, so it ended up being a 3-on-2 situation. Waynesburg, 3 defenders, 2 receivers. It's incomplete with 5:13 to go.
2nd down and goal from the 8-yard line. Robert Tamburino, the fullback, is to the right side of the formation. 2 receivers to the left. Cody Gus, right side. East to throw. Pass complete to Frazier. And Frazier driving for the goal line. No indication he's down inside the 1-yard line. So it's 3rd and goal from inside the 1.
Well, he wanted that touchdown, get on the board. It's his 10th catch of the game, and now the Wolverines will send Mason Muir, Clayton Parrish in. Can Parrish get the hat trick here? He has 2 touchdowns.
East goes under center. And before the play can get underway, we've got a flag.
Wolverines try to get a quick start, and indeed they did. It was too quick. And it'll be on Tamburino, 4th flag of the game for 45 yards against Grove City. Wolverines now 410 yards of offense, 302 through the air. As Josh East today is 20 of 33 for 302 yards.
So it will be Gustafson and Heckerthorn to the right, Frazier to the left. Nico Flotty is the tailback. Fullback Robert Tamburino offset on a wing to the left side. East to throw. Looks for Frazier. Makes the catch, but I think he was denied the goal line inside the 1.
So again, he's going to be a little bit short of the goal line. It'll be 4th and goal. So right back where he was on the previous catch. Just short. It's 4th and goal at the 1. On comes Lance Kleinfelder as an extra lineman. Muir back in. Parrish in for 4th and goal at the 1 as the Wolverines look to finish off this drive.
Parrish, 2 touchdowns on the afternoon, 10 on the season for the junior running back.
This will be the 11th play of the drive.
It will reset the offense as they shift along the front. Wing back goes in motion. Give the ball to Parrish, surging for the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. Clayton Parrish, the junior from West Middlesex, has his 3rd of the afternoon.
The hat trick for Clayton Parrish. 3 touchdowns today. Hit at the goal line and ran over the defender for his 3rd touchdown of the season. He still, the way he's going, it's going to be he's the odds-on favorite for the PAC scoring title if they get such an award, if you will. Maybe we'll talk to Commissioner Onderko to come up with a plaque for that or something. But Nick Morrow's extra point up and good.
So now a 38-0 lead for Grove City with 3:33 to play here in the 4th quarter. And doing what the Wolverines needed to do, coming off a tough loss last week at Westminster, bouncing back in a big way on both sides of the football.
Yes, certainly. The offense, 38 points. Special teams been very good today. Nick Morrow, great bounce back for him. The coverage units, the return units have been good. And, hey, defensively, 3.5 minutes to go and you have a shutout. I mean, how do you do much better than that? Some sacks. It's been all around a very, very strong performance by the Wolverines. Not a whole lot to really nitpick at. Again, always the coaches will look for things here or there, but all in all, this has been a great response today from the Wolverines.
So Eddie Bianco will kick the football back to Waynesburg with 3:33 to play here in the fourth quarter. Short kick off the side of the foot across the 20. 25, still on his feet and pulled down right at the 30-yard line.
Javion Smith on the run back, and James Schaefer out of Campbell Memorial to bring him down. The Red Devil now wearing the red and white of Grove City. Good to see Curtis Fryermuth back out there for Grove City here in this defensive possession also after leaving with some something that was causing him some issues, the left shoulder, left pectoral, but he's back in there here with 3:24 to go.
Gibbons will have two receivers in the formation, one to each side, and a running back that's Hall behind him. Running back gets the carry across the 35 and down to the 37-yard line. So Nick Hall will pick up close to 8 on that run for the senior running back out of Bell Vernon High School. Came into play, 112 yards and a touchdown on the season.
Caden Robertson, receiver for Waynesburg. We see Roman Tino out. No sense in risking something with that injured wrist.
Going to give it once again to the tailback, Nick Hall. And Hall will have the first down as he's across the 40 and has enough to keep the chains moving.
Parenti and Debo, who've both been very active as usual on the defensive line, getting a piece of them. Quick update, Grove City Volleyball. Wolverines win set 1 over Lancaster Bible, 25-13, as they look for win number 12 on the season.
Gibbons will keep running towards the short side, and he's able to drive the football down near the 45-yard line. Might be just shy of the 45-yard line. Definitely a little bit more of a runner than we saw from Tyler Raines.
Yeah, nothing fancy about that. They lined up both wings on the right side and they're running back to the right. They snapped the Gibbons and said, hey, we're coming at you, student body right. And then now Parker Kilgore is going to check out. He's a little bit slow in getting up. Cole DiFilippo will replace him. With these, the linebackers, Fleming, DiFilippo, Fryermuth, Kilgore, they're all very interchangeable in terms of those three linebacking spots.
Gibbons, receivers to each side. Double wing to the wide side of the formation. They'll give it to Hall running that way. Hall cuts back across the 50, 45, and then planted by Patrick Mark at the 45.
Mark was able to square him up and drop him, but Hall picks up the first down as Grove City sends in 3 new defensive linemen, Ward, Bonanno, and Hastings back in.
So 1st and 10 to the Grove City 44-yard line with a minute 15 to play here in this afternoon's game. Gibbons overlooks the Wolverine defense, takes the snap, 3-step drop. Looking to throw, single coverage to the far side, and that pass almost intercepted by Dunlap, who couldn't quite hold on at the 14-yard line.
Well, Dunlap, he went up, and he was on his way down as the ball was getting there. Got his fingers on the back, but 2 inches of the ball, just couldn't quite bring it in. But Gabe Dunlap, very good athlete at the cornerback position. Of course, we watch him returning kicks. He's a good track and field athlete, too, in terms of long jump, triple jump, and he's really evolving into a very nice cornerback for Grove City.
2nd and 10, 61 seconds to play for 4th quarter. Gibbons going to run to the side, that's right side of the formation, across the 40, down to the 39-yard line. Cole DiFilippo there to make the stop with some help.
So under a minute to go in this one, and the way they're setting up with Gibbons at quarterback, but the way the backs are lined, it's almost like the old single wing.
He'll be back to throw with time. Going to take the shot downfield. And the ball off the hands of the intended target and incomplete, with Caffrey in coverage downfield for the Wolverines.
Pretty good coverage by Caffrey. Gibbons with a beautiful ball there. You could argue that Craig should have caught it. He didn't. However, and it's 4th down with 32 seconds to go.
So 4th and 5 from the Wolverine 39-yard line. One more snap of the football, more than likely here this afternoon, before the Wolverines turn their attention to Geneva and homecoming next Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, Geneva, that triple option offense, that 3-5-3 stacked defense, a lot to prepare for the Wolverines going the next week.
Snap the ball, give it to a new running back who was checked in across the 30, down to the 28-yard line.
That's Dante Clark Jr., freshman from Arlington, Virginia. And Waynesburg will take a timeout with 28 seconds to go. And we can take a quick peek ahead to next week, Mark. Yeah, a 2 o'clock start for homecoming. We will be on the Wolverine Sports Network extra early next week, probably in the neighborhood of 1 or 1:05. What we'll have is a first-half review, then the Andrew DiDonato show, and then Mark and Chris Birch will have the call live from Thornfield. Homecoming, 2 o'clock kickoff against Geneva. So that'll be that's coming up next Saturday. Geneva playing W&J right now. That game just kicked off in Beaver Falls, and Geneva gives just about everybody fits because of the offense they run is so different. It's a triple option flex bone, and then defensively with the stack and things they do things. What they do is different than what anybody else in the PAC does. So it's hard to prepare for. The Wolverines they will need to have a good week of preparation heading into next week, but the Wolverines will be going into next week at 4-1 for the first time since 1997.
So 1st down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. 25 seconds to go here in the game. Fake to the tailback. Gibbons to throw. Rolls to the right. Eyes downfield. He's going to have to run with it as he broke the line of scrimmage, and he'll be tackled for a very short gain.
I think he was going to cut one loose, and then he realized he was about 1.5 yards past the line of scrimmage. So Waynesburg will take time with 10 seconds to go. Leaves them with 1 as they look to get something on the board here at the end of the game and something to take into next week. Waynesburg actually will have an off week next week. Then the Yellow Jackets go to Westminster on the 16th. That'll be Westminster's homecoming. Waynesburg alternating home and away the rest of the way. At Westminster, home to St. Vincent on the 23rd. At Geneva on the 30th. Then the home finale against Bethany on November 6th. The finale, the PAC Backyard Brawl, November 13th at W&J.
So 1 timeout left for the Yellow Jackets here on homecoming this afternoon. And the Wolverines came in and were rude guests on homecoming today.
They were. They came in here, got the early lead, Morrow the field goal, then went to 10-0, 24-0 at the half, and a pair of second-half touchdowns also. Yeah, Grove City coming in and, spoiling the festivities. Later tonight, the soccer teams from Grove City, women at 6, men at 8 at Waynesburg. They will look to further dampen the spirits.
Gibbons to throw it, has time, pressured, steps up, and then he is going to be sacked back at the 29-yard line.
Kobe Bonanno in there, flumming the pressure, and that'll do it. And the Wolverines win a shutout on the road.
So the Wolverines improved to 4-1 overall, 3-1 in the President's Athletic Conference. Waynesburg drops to 1-4 and 1-3 in PAC play. And the Wolverines look ahead to Geneva coming to town next week for a 2 o'clock kickoff for homecoming. So we will take a timeout, come back, look at the final numbers, and we will get set to put a wraps on this one as Grove City wins this afternoon here on the Wolverine Sports Network, 38-0 over Waynesburg. We'll take a timeout and be right back.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies.
Oh, that's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? Oh, more ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better.
Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
This is the news. This morning, we are saluting the 2.2 million women who have joined in the war effort. They now make up 37% of the workforce, changing their role forever.
The prestigious Harvard Medical School is breaking ground today, opening its doors to new female applicants.
Today, little girls all over the world look to the sky, where the first woman is now in space.
Military stereotypes are challenged today with the trailblazing promotion of a U.S. female officer to 4-star general. It was just announced that the vast majority of last year's doctorate degrees were earned by women.
We've come so far, but our news is changing for the worse. More women die from heart disease and stroke than men, even though it can be prevented. Make a change at GoRedForWomen.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women.
Chris, can you put the video game controller down for a second?
I can talk and play. Oh, I'm totally annihilating this punk kid in Nebraska.
I just feel like you're not acting like a grown-up in our relationship.
Am too.
Well, you still ride your skateboard to work, there's the comic book collection, the race car bed.
Look, I'm young at heart, but I put money into my 401k every paycheck. I picked up a few savings tips at feedthepig.org. I have control of my financial life now, and that feels pretty grown up.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. For free ideas and easy tips on ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
So, I bet I look like a grown-up to you now.
Well, except for the footy pajamas, I'd have to agree.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Time to wrap this one up here today from Waynesburg as the Wolverines put the shutout on the board this afternoon, 38-0, as the team gathers off to our left with Coach DiDonato in the center talking to his squad who put up the defensive shutout here on the road, and always nice to see that.
Certainly, you love a shutout. It was, those things are important to defenses because they don't happen very often, especially in modern college football. The spread offenses and up tempo and so forth. You're really keeping a team under 20 points is a pretty good day in college football these days. In Grove City to come down here and put up a 0, the donut, if you will, 38-0. Just a lot to talk about. First off, just the resolve of this team. You can tell they had a good week of practice, good week of preparation. Coming out here, getting the takeaway early, the Caffrey interception, going down, getting the field goal from Morrow, then the passing game getting going. And just overall, all three facets really played well today. The offense, 416 yards, averaging 6.8 yards per play. Defense getting a shutout. You hold Waynesburg to 3 for 12 on third down. Waynesburg, 238 yards. Took them 65 plays, so it was less than 4 yards per play. Waynesburg, Waynesburg kind of, they're kind of rebuilding, if you will. Grove City was the favorite coming in, and Grove City played like a team that is the favorite coming in. Came out, got on them early, did not let them out of the corner, and getting a 38-0 victory. Josh East today, 21 of 34, 307 yards. Scott Frazier, 11 catches for 139. Cody Gustafson, 9 receptions, 135 yards, and a touchdown. Nico Flatty, 14 carries, 94 yards, his first collegiate touchdown. Clayton Parrish, kind of an unusual stat line, 10 carries, 18 yards, 3 touchdowns. But when you're the short yardage guy, sometimes you're going to have days like that in terms of the yardage and whatnot, getting the tough yards, and then 3 touchdowns for Parrish today. You're looking at the Grove City defense. Wolverines coming up with 5 total sacks. Ryan Fleming, Parker Kilgore, each a sack and a half. Patrick Mark, a sack. Bryce Spolnick, a sack. Caffrey, the interception. Excuse me. Sorry, Mark. So all in all, a lot to be excited about for the Wolverines. They will head home at 4-1. Start the second half of the schedule next week against Geneva. 2 o'clock kickoff for homecoming.
And you said the best start, the first 4-1 start since
1997, the year the Wolverines won the PAC title. They also started out 4-1. That year, Grove City beat Waynesburg on homecoming at Thorne Field. This year, Grove City beats Waynesburg on homecoming down here at Wiley Stadium.
So the Wolverines will take the win and now turn their attention to the Golden Tornadoes from Geneva. And you said going to take another good week of practice because they present a lot of different challenges.
They certainly do, and it's so hard to replicate that triple option offense to have somebody who can play an option quarterback in practice and be able to to handle the fullback and the different reads and the pitch and everything that goes into that. And we'll see who. I'd be curious to find out who the scout team quarterback will be for this coming week. But, it will take a great week of preparation in all three facets. Geneva special teams are always good. And defensively, we talk about the offense being unusual. So's the defense at 3-5-3 where they stack guys. And also, Geneva may not come out on that. A couple years ago down there, they played a 3-man front for 100 years. Maybe not that long, but almost. Came out in a 4-man front against Grove City. So who knows what Gino DeMarco and his staff will have up their sleeves for Grove City next week. Geneva, that's always a Super Bowl-type game for the GTs, and we'll see them next week for homecoming.
As we wrap up, I know there's a lot of the great athletic staff and administration here we want to thank.
Yeah, first off, Athletic Director Adam Jack here at Waynesburg University. Adam's a Grove City native, actually. Grove City High School, very good baseball player in high school, played baseball here at Waynesburg, was PAC Player of the Year his senior year in 1998. Great guy. I've known him for a long time. Really doing some great stuff here at Waynesburg. So we thank him, thank the sports info staff, Bobby Fox, for all of his efforts. And then also from our standpoint in athletics, thanks to Todd Gibson, our athletic director, Brett Heckathorn, assistant sports information director, for all of their help, as well as Darren Morton for technical advisement, if you will. So thanks to everybody. And also thanks to Andrew DiDonato, as always, for joining us on the Andrew DiDonato Show each week. And we'll have that next week. Our pregame, remember, early pregame next week will be on at 1:05.
So that will do it for us this afternoon here from Waynesburg. The Wolverines are 4-1 overall as we hit the halfway point of the 2021 season, winning this afternoon here at Waynesburg 38-0. For my partner, Sports Information Director Ryan Briggs, my name is Mark Means. You've been listening to Grove City College Football on the Wolverine Sports Network.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of Western Reserve Radio. And we now return to our regularly scheduled programming.
He's got a better coach, better offensive coordinator, better weapons, better O-line than anything he ever had with the Jets. So it shouldn't be a surprise that Darnold has looked better than he did last year. Last year, he threw 9 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. He stunk. And this comes from someone that knew it was not all Darnold. It was Adam Gase, Mike McCagnon, and the mess that was the Jets franchise that is still trying to be cleaned up by Joe Douglas and now Robert Saleh as the new head coach. But if you look at Sam Darnold so far, yeah, he's played well, but guess what? He should be playing well. He's got way more around him. He's got Joe Brady.